Several years ago, my friend and I, we were on Tybee Island. We rented a condo and we were hanging out on the dock of the bay, and we were watching this woman kayaking along the bay, and dolphins were following alongside her. And even though that was a beautiful sight, we both thought that was something we'd never do. But years later, she started kayaking with friends, and she decided to get herself a kayak, and she was enjoying herself. She was sending me little pictures of beautiful scenery, sunsets, sunrises, whatever, and started changing my view of kayaking. So in 2019, I went to visit her in Virginia, and she asked if I wanted to go kayaking, and I said yeah. She was expecting me to say no, but I said yeah. Okay, and that had me thinking of a few things that helped me get started, and the things that I considered as I got started kayaking. Number one, I didn't know for sure if it was something I wanted to do. I wanted to try it, but I didn't immediately go out and buy myself a kayak. I borrowed one of her kayaks, and we went out on, what's the name of the river? We were in Virginia. The big river is, forgot the name of the river, but it was huge. We were out there for maybe an hour, and around sunset, and it was still a little light, but the sun was setting. That was amazing. Such an amazing experience. And so, did I say amazing? And so, when I came back home to Arkansas, I was telling my friend about it, my friend Johnny Sue, and telling her how excited I was, how much I enjoyed it, and I was like, I think I want to buy me a kayak. And that's when she shared with me the fact that she kayaks. A good friend of mine, living in Arkansas near me, was already a kayaker. So, first I tried kayaking. I used a friend's kayak. Okay? Now, if you're interested in kayaking, you don't want to buy a kayak. You don't want that to be the first thing you do. I had a friend who I was able to use a kayak. My friend allowed me to use her kayak. Okay, but if you don't have that option, I mean, you can go to different places to rent kayaks. A lot cheaper than buying one. Like state parks, rent kayaks, like by the hour. Okay, ranging from sometime a daily rate of a rental could be $30, depending on where you go. Half a daily rate, $20. Hourly rate, $10. There's one place, it's a state park. It's a little more, not much more expensive. I think it was $39 for a daily rate. But anyway, that's something you could do if you're not sure you want to pursue it, but you'd like to try it first. Okay, so try before you buy. The second thing I recommend is that, a piece of advice, there are so many really neat kayaks out there. Sit on top, sit inside kayaks, different lengths, different widths of stability. And there are some really expensive kayaks out there. The last thing I was going to do is go out and buy me a $1,000 kayak, because I knew it was something I wanted to pursue. I knew I wanted a kayak, but I wasn't ready to take that big step and spend a lot of money yet. And honestly, at this point, I'm still not going to spend a lot of money on it. It's not necessary. But I went with my friend to Academy Sports, and I got my kayak. It's a Pelican Argo 100X. I did a video about it. You can take a look at that if you'd like to know more about that. take a look at this previous video up in sorry, take a look at that video. Sorry. I say sorry a lot. Sorry. Anyway, when I bought my kayak, that it was 2019, and it was $175 approximately. And nowadays, like, I looked on Amazon and I looked at Academy Sports, and the Pelican, the same one that I have, ranges from $279 to $400 depending on where you buy it. That's still better than $1,000. The paddle can range from anywhere from $20 to $50. Life jacket, $12, $20, $60. Okay, my first one was around $10. Yeah, so you don't have to go in debt for a kayak, a paddle, and a life jacket. You do need all three of those. I recommend you get all three of those. Now, whether or not you like a sit on top or sit inside, well, that's another thing you can find out if you rent a kayak, because a lot of the rental places have sit on top kayaks. I like my sit inside kayak. I've thought that I might want to try a sit on top, but I think that considering some places I go, the sit on top is a little bit heavier and a little more solid, and sometimes my friend and I, we go kayaking kind of in the back in creek areas where we may be kayaking under logs. We have to scoot across a log, and I'm not sure how well a sit on top would do. The third tip. Now, I know there are people who, if they didn't go by themselves to do things, go it alone, they'd never get to do it. Okay? And I respect that. But the truth is, you really shouldn't go kayaking alone. Now, I can't swim, and you might think that that's, why am I out there kayaking? I always wear a life jacket, but I would never go by myself. Did I say never? Okay, I would never go by myself, and I don't have to think, oh, well, since I'm going to wait for my friends to go kayaking with me, then I'll never get to go. 2 summers ago, I was able to go kayaking. I went to a state park, a lake at a state park, and since I have my own kayak, this same place, it rented kayaks for $10 an hour, I believe. But I have my own kayak, and they had I got a person who gave me a tour. So there was somebody who got out there and kayaked with me for about an hour, so I was safe. There are also places that different kind of tours that you can do, like somewhere in Little Rock. There's a place where you can pay, last time I looked, it was cheaper one was around $70 and the other one was around $80. But there's a person there, that fee includes use of a sit on top kayak, which would be my opportunity to try to sit on top kayak, and life jacket and a guide. And anyway, so there's an opportunity. You can get out there and kayak. It costs a little bit of money, but that's a way you can still get out there and not have to worry about being unsafe. In my opinion, it's more fun if people are there to share the experience. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, that's just a few things that I've learned since I started kayaking back in 2019, and I'm not exactly at the beginner stage anymore. I don't think I am, but I have a long way to go before I can really call myself an advanced kayaker. But I am a kayaker, and I love kayaking, and I'll keep kayaking for as long as I can, and I hope you get a chance to do the same, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. Bye for now.